Shahi Matar Paneer. For this, the ingredients that you need are, I have taken 1 big onion, 2 tomatoes, 1 green chili, garlic and ginger pieces, 1 inch of ginger piece and 4 to 5 pods of garlic. Now what we have to do is we have to just make a coarse paste of the onion, green chili, ginger and garlic. Next, the second paste that we need is of the tomatoes. 2 tomatoes I have taken here, 1 teaspoon of watermelon seeds and cashew nut. You have to make a paste of these tomatoes, cashew nut and watermelon seeds, and to this add 2 teaspoons of curd. Once your 2 pastes are ready, you can just start off with the preparation. Okay friends, just let's get started. I have heated oil in a vessel. When it gets heated nicely, I am going to add half a teaspoon of cumin seeds and let it splutter. Once the cumin seeds start spluttering, I am going to add the paste of onion, ginger, garlic and 1 green chili that I have used. If the quantity of peas and cottage cheese that you are using is more, you can use more amount of these items. Saute it nicely and let the paste get a nice golden brown color. After that, we will add the basic ingredients: turmeric powder, chili powder, coriander powder, all that we are going to add and make it into a gravy. One more spice that I am going to add to it is cumin seeds powder. It will give a nice flavor to this gravy. So let it cook on a medium flame till it gets the color. Now I am going to make another paste of the tomatoes, the watermelon seeds and the cashew seeds that I have used. I have just taken 1 teaspoon of both these seeds and I am going to make it into a paste along with the tomatoes. Once I ground it into a fine paste, then I am going to add 2 teaspoons of curd in this paste itself and blend it once more. So by the time onion paste is cooking, I will grind this one. Okay friends, now I have cooked this paste for some time now, for 5 to 7 minutes. Now I am going to add turmeric powder to it, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, I have already used 1 green chili. Just to give some color to the gravy, I am going to use 1 small teaspoon of chili powder. If you like it more spicy, you just have to increase the amount of the ingredients that we are putting into it. Now stir it properly. Start getting a nice flavor from this mixture. You can put it on high flame, but you have to constantly stir it so that this paste doesn't catch at the bottom. Now I am going to add 1 teaspoon of cumin powder. Cumin powder I am going to add. It gives a nice flavor to this gravy. Stir it well. It's on a medium flame so that the gravy gets a nice dark brown color. Okay friends, you see that my onion ginger garlic paste is ready. It has got one nice dark brown color. This is the color I wanted. Now to this I am going to add this paste of tomatoes, cashew nut and watermelon seeds along with 2 teaspoons of curd. This will make it into a creamy gravy, and that is why we call this dish as Shahi Matar Paneer. Let it cook for a while till all the oil from the tomatoes and the cashew seeds paste is seen on top of the gravy. Once the oil starts coming out, then we can add little water to it and make it into a gravy. You can add water as much as you want depending on the number of persons who are going to eat this. The oil has started coming up slowly. Now I am going to add the peas to it, and then I will have to wait for 10 to 15 minutes for these peas to get cooked. So for that you will have to cover this gravy and keep on a slow flame. If your gravy is catching at the bottom, you can add little water to it. Cover the vessel with the lid and let it cook on a slow flame. I'm going to add little water to it. Half the water I am adding. So my peas will cook properly. Okay friends, now my gravy is getting done. The peas have to cook properly, then only this gravy will get ready. For this I am going to add salt as per taste. And you can add the rest of the water that is left, because peas will take some time to cook, so you can make the gravy little watery. Stir it from the sides so that whatever gravy sticking onto the pan will come out and mix well in the vessel. After this, after adding enough quantity of water, you can increase the flame so that the peas get done. Okay friends, now my gravy has been on the flame for the last 10 minutes. The peas are almost getting done. Now the last ingredient that is left we are going to put. This is the cottage cheese, as we call, or paneer. This is very creamy and it's very soft. So you have to see what kind you will get in the market. But usually you should use the good quality one. Then only the taste of this gravy will be nice. I usually prefer to put in cubes and avoid deep frying it, because once you deep fry the cottage cheese, it becomes very hard and you might not get the same taste as you will get in the raw one. So I'm just going to add it to this gravy and leave it on the flame for another 5-7 minutes or maybe 10 minutes till the peas are completely cooked. Stir it nicely and leave it on flame for another 10 minutes till your peas are completely done. Once the peas are cooked, you can put off the flame and garnish it with coriander leaves. So once after another 10 minutes your peas will be done, your gravy will be cooked properly, it will hold the masalas, all the spices it will hold. That time you can put off the gas and spread some green coriander leaves on top of it to garnish it. And this gravy you can serve along with rice, or you can use it with chapati or paratha, whichever side breads you are using. It will be very tasty. If you want, you can also sprinkle a little bit of garam masala just for flavoring. Otherwise you can do without that also. So friends, please try this recipe and see how it comes out. I hope you are going to like it.
If you like our videos and channel, please like and subscribe.